Yes.
That's Lex. Ready?
Hello, my name is Lex Raber. I'm doing a Communications 101 speech for Liberty University. Take a look at the cards in front of you. The first one states, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Take a look at the second one. It states, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created unequally, that they are not established by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these that are not included are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Hold up which one sounds better to you. Okay.
Number one.
The first one. Some of the greatest men of our times, such as Thomas Jefferson, James Adams, and Benjamin Franklin, were a part of this declaration that you agree with. 56 men from different states signed this, which meant that they too that agree that all men are created equally, not born equally. Within the past year, over 1 million babies were killed from abortion. And according to Guttmacher Institute Fact States of North Carolina, we contributed to over 32,000 of these. 22 years ago, I could have been a part of these statistics when my mother got pregnant with me at the age of 19. Instead, she fought the odds despite her young age, people telling her to do otherwise, and her being a single parent. Because of her decision, I am grateful to stand here today as a pro-life advocate, hoping to convince you to see abortion as not an option, too. Since I am pro-life, I hold a view that determines abortion is not only morally unacceptable, but it continues to be physically, mentally, and spiritually damaging as well, and it will continue to be unless we take a stand against it. So today I'm here to tell you the raw details of abortion. I'm not here to sugarcoat the destruction that is happening in our world. I'm not only going to prove to you that science not only supports my claim of abortion of killing a human life, but also that our Savior Jesus Christ supports human life just as much as we should. According to the National Right to Life, the term abortion actually refers to a premature expulsion of a human fetus. But the most common term applies to the artificially induced abortion. It started in 1973 when the Supreme Court legalized abortions throughout the entire United States for any reason. However, approximately 93% of abortions are for elective, non-medical reasons. These reasons include that a baby will interfere with people's work, school, and other responsibilities. Those selfish excuses make up 74% of abortion decisions. Let me further explain. The National Right to Life also concludes that during day 1 of human fertilization, all human chromosomes are present and the growth begins. How many of us have learned about mitosis and meiosis in biology class? Everyone?
Yes.
Great. If you can remember correctly, meiosis is essential for sexual reproduction. They are living cells. They are helping to produce something that can only be living. Therefore, I believe it is easy to conclude that a fetus is alive. If that is not enough to convince you, the organization staged each step of the child's progress. For example, day 22, the heart begins to beat with the child's own blood, often a different type than the mother's. Week 4, a month old, by the end of the week, the child is 10,000 times larger than the fertilized egg. Weeks 10 and 11, which is going on 3 months, the baby can breathe amniotic fluid and urinate. And in week 12, which is 4 months, 3 months, the baby has all the parts necessary to experience pain, including nerves, spinal cord, and the vocal cords are complete, and the baby can suck its thumb. Believe it or not, the Supreme Court ruled that abortion can occur up to this time. Aside from statistics and cannot escape the truth of Jesus Christ. Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 through 4 states that we should do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above ourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others. God knew us before we were formed in the womb. We get to experience the joys of living, breathing, and making choices. Yet, we are left with a choice to take that life away from somebody else. There are two possibilities here, states Jane Wilson. That the fetus is a person who, like the mother, has rights, or that the fetus is a form of human life that is intrinsically entitled to our protection. How would you feel if your life was in someone else's hands? So the next time you are enjoying yourself, imagine taking that joy away from someone so innocent. Do you now hold a view that determines abortions as not only morally unacceptable, but physically, mentally, and spiritually damaging as well? Do you realize that it will continue to be this way unless we take a stand against it? If not, consider this. As I was speaking today, an estimated 10 babies were aborted for selfless reasons. Stated well by the National Right to Life, before you decide to support an abortion or advise someone else to have one, get the facts straight. There are alternatives that may be safer and healthier for physically, mentally, and emotionally for that person and their child. No doubt an unwanted pregnancy can cause intense stress and hardship in a variety of ways, but the evidence is clear. The physical, psychological, and moral consequences of abortion can be far worse. 9 short months of pregnancy is a relatively small cost to pay in light of a lifetime of potential physical and mental health problems. We must take a stand to be the voices of these unheard children. They depend on us when they should be